96.1.
If you ever want to get your confession in, text it to us, put the word hits with your message, and send it to 96893.
Here's the first Queen City confession. I've been dating my boyfriend for over a year, and until last week, I had never seen him cry, not once.
Oh.
But for the first time I did, it was over something I did not expect. He saw a news story that Disney is closing Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin for a couple of years, and he legit teared up, like full on emotional.
Oh.
I love that he's sensitive, but crying over a theme park ride? I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, get curious. Is that not an invitation to ask questions?
Because clearly there's some sort of emotional connection
Right.
with this ride.
This is what I kind of don't understand this confessor. Like, why would your first thing not be, tell me more about why you're so emotional, instead of, I don't get this.
Not everybody's curious, Holly.
Man, I don't understand how you can't be curious about people. Like, aren't you ever curious about why people do what they do?
But, let this be a lesson. If you see someone, I learned this years ago in conflict resolution in elementary school.
The fact that you learned conflict resolution in elementary school, it set your path.
I was a conflict manager. Thank you. I had a sash.
I want a sash. I want to wear it when I have arguments with my fiance. Okay.
But no, people are never upset over an object like this ride. There is a memory and emotion attached to it. Right. So maybe a family member took him on that ride when he was younger and they passed away. And so it symbolizes that there's always something more behind it. So this is where you ask questions and you get to know them a little bit better.
Just ask. Be curious.
What inanimate object made you emotional? Text hits in your message to 96893.
Okay.
Here's another Queen City confession. My husband has this gross habit whenever we fly. He farts the entire flight and thinks no one notices because the plane's air filters will handle it.
Okay.
I've told him so many times to stop doing it, but he swears no one can smell it. Meanwhile, I'm dying in my seat pretending I don't know him. We're about to take an overseas flight, and what he doesn't know is I booked our seats separately on purpose. I cannot spend 9 hours trapped in a fart cloud.
A fart cloud. You're just in denial. Like, that sounds like logic that my 11-year-old would use. Honestly, like, because sometimes you're on a plane or you're in a line or you're somewhere and you're like, somebody really took this opportunity to fart incognito. You smell it. Obviously, you smell it. Like, stop fooling yourself. Just say out loud that you don't care that other people smell your farts. That's way better.
Save that.
Nope.
Thank you, Holly.
Don't say that.
Here's the last Queen City confession. At the end of last year, I was done. I had already reached out to a divorce lawyer because I couldn't take it anymore. My husband spent all day glued to video games or scrolling on TikTok. He was completely checked out of our marriage, and I felt invisible. But something flipped when we hit the new year. I don't know what happened, but in 2025, it's like I'm dating a whole new man. Some of my friends think maybe he's sprucing up his life because he's cheating. But honestly, I don't even care. I don't know what's changed, but I'm just grateful that I have my husband back.
I love that.
Yeah, who knows what happened, but
good for the change. Although, again, this would make me ask questions.
Right, like what's happening in 2025?
What's going on? I've noticed you've been a lot more attentive. I want to know.
What's a confession you need to get off your chest? Text hits and that secret to 96893. It's 7:14. What's the dumbest thing you did as a teenager that, looking back, you probably could have been arrested for?
Oh, gosh.
Producer Calvin casually mentioned during the train wreck of the day that he stole something when he was 16. But what was it and why? We got to find out next. Right now, it's The Weeknd. Cry for Me.